Good morning. I'm coming to you from the studio. I have struggled for quite a few days wanting to make this video and wanting to make it without having a meltdown. Number one, my Hanai family had vehicle issues on the other side, so they're not coming. I was ready, and so I have bought new tires, and they're on the trailer, but it's in North Carolina. And that's the least of my problems. There is disappointment, but it's okay. Because I received a phone call on Friday, and there are issues with the title to my property. And it's bureaucracy. And I'm going to give you the short version. The short version is that Bob purchased the land from a man who lived in North Carolina and had invested in this property. So Bob had bought the property that way. Then Bob gave me the property. I did all the legal stuff. We went and had it notarized, and the deed was in my name. So when he passed and there was a question with the family about who owns the land, I was able to show them my deed. Well, it turns out, at least in the state of Arizona, on your deed, your title to your land, you are required to list your marital status. Neither the man that sold Bob the property listed his marital status, and Bob did not list his. He has a wife. He was never divorced. They had lived separately for, I guess, over a decade at this point. She's somewhere in California. I don't know her name. You are required to list your marital status. However, in the state of Arizona, they are not allowed to ask you your marital status. So they just kept passing that deed through with a lack of information. That now, when I want to sell my property, I don't know what's going to happen. She called me on Friday. She informed me. And then she said, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. She said, I will call you again when I get back from my vacation next week, which is the week of the 4th. So I've got a week, and that is the time period when the woman who signed the contracts with me was supposed to come out and look at the property. Today would not be a good day. Okay. We are under extreme heat warnings. I have to keep this video short because one of the fittings that had come loose, and I thought that I had put it back on so it would stay, apparently came off, dumped all of my water out of my tank, 600 gallons of water on the ground, and I have no pump because it just kind of blew out fittings everywhere, or connections. They're not really fittings, apparently, and that is supposed to be fixed sometime today. Meantime, I have run my long yellow hose up to the black tank. I have a small pump, continuous pump, that I walk up, I plug in, I walk back, I fill up my swamp cooler, and then I walk back and turn the pump off. And then I do that every hour. So today, I'm exhausted. 4 trips every hour in the heat. And when it first happened, I got extremely overheated, and it scared me, and because my skin was just on fire and my head was throbbing, and it took me, I couldn't think because I was in such a panic, because I tried to hook things up. The pump still runs, and it was trying to build pressure, but it is a pressurized system, and if you've got a leak, which I have, it was just still pouring out. Not pouring out, dripping out. It was a fast drip. The pouring out was like I had turned on a faucet. And the pump was running the whole time, trying to build pressure, so it was just pumping it as fast as it could. They are supposed to come today. Like I said, I think I said that, we're under extreme heat warnings. It was, I had to start the swamp cooler at 7 o'clock this morning. Yesterday, they said it was 100 at whatever point I looked. So I have to get that repaired. And Jimmy, the girl that works with Ken, she stopped by yesterday just to look at it, to see what parts she needed. And I said, you can come before 7 and there won't be any sun out there. And I said the other option would be to come late in the day, and it won't be, at least you won't be in so much sun. By 7 o'clock, it's pretty hot out there, and it's not cooling off. So, so that's it. That's it. That's the update. And y'all, I have not even looked at your comments on my last video. My last 2 videos. I'm just so distressed. The good news is, Father knew. Father knew all of this before it crashed in on me. And with outside of the little panic about I have no water to run my swamp cooler. I do have water to drink. I can go up there and get it. And so I go and I've filled up a 5-gallon jug that gives me water for the dogs. Oh. I was trying so hard to hold it together. They came, the people that wanted my ducks came on Thursday. So I don't have to be concerned with making sure the ducks have water. Just me and the dogs. And it is starting to get really hot in here. I've got the fan going. That's why I decided to use this system with the phone and the microphone. And I need to go out there and do the water run again. One thing I've done, this is a white cotton shirt that I made, and it's almost never convenient to wear it. And I just opened it up in the front, hemmed those little edges. It's wet. I put it in the sink. I pour water in there, and I just leave the water in there. And here's the thing. Amazing thing. It can be soaking wet when I head out, and by the time I get back, it's completely dry. Just in that little bit of time. But it is a good thing. I also take my hat. It's out on the porch. I take my hat and I can wet my hat. Same thing. By the time I get back in here, it's all dried out. So we're okay. Father knows, and He will direct my paths for whatever's next. And I will feel much better once my water system is fixed. And Charlie, if you see this, I need water. Sorry. I dumped it on the ground. But I'll be okay. We'll be okay. And I will see you Wednesday. Meantime, maybe I can get my head around looking at your comments. I love y'all. Thank you for being here.
You take all my cares away. You can move mountains.